How you doing, Kevin?
Very much. I'm doing well, thank you.
So we had you on probably when you wrote your book. What was that? A few years ago?
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and we had you on the phone, and we've always said that you were one of the nicest people that we've had on the show.
Until
No,
Still.
and we were just kind of well, DB was a little worried, like, 'cause sometimes you meet some celebrities
Yeah.
face to face,
Sure.
and I said, you know what? I don't think we have to worry about Kevin Nealon because he was great on the phone, and I've heard that he's just nothing but a nice guy.
Well, and especially the ones that you really, because I grew up watching you on Saturday Night Live, so there are a lot of people that would be in here and I'd be like, nah, but you, like, I'm pretty starstruck by you.
I'm sitting in the car listening to your radio show right now, and I'm saying to myself, who were the bad ones?
Well, let's see. You know the band Everclear? Do you remember Everclear?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You know Art, the lead singer.
I don't know that one.
Okay. Well, he's the lead singer. He's a big jerk, and we had him in studio years ago, and to the point where he was not only a jerk to us, but he was a jerk. We live in Salt Lake City. He starts coming at the Mormons and this and that. And we're like, dude, know your audience.
No wonder your father left.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the whole song "Father of Mine." He's talking about his father walking out when he was a little kid. Anyway, we've had several jerks over the years. Jacob Dylan, another big jerk that's been on the show, Bob Dylan's son.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember the band The Wallflowers?
Yeah, yeah.
So he just a jerk.
Well, a lot of these guys, too, it's early morning for them. So,
That is true.
Well, and I'm sure you've met Daniel Baldwin. Enough said.
golf with them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I shared a banana with him. I could top that.
Wow.
We shared a banana like Lady in the Tramp.
Nice.
I'm not proud of it.
What about you? I mean, I know you have friends that are celebs, and I'm sure you have some friends that you keep from way back in the day or whatever. But do you have anybody that you've come across, even because you're pretty established, you've been doing what you do for a long time, but have you had anybody that maybe you wanted to meet over the years, and all of a sudden they were a jerk to you? It's like, what? What was that? Like,
Not really. I think everyone I meet, I try to find the nice in them.
Yeah.
You know?
So we're quick to pick out the bad.
Maybe it's because we're insecure.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I've probably met people that I'd rather not hang out with.
Yeah. You want to drop some names? Tell us who they are. Anybody that we know?
Here I am asking you who the bad ones are, but I'm not ready to admit who I've met.
Yeah.
They're not good.
That's funny, because there's kind of a celebrities code where they won't speak badly about each other.
When we've
Well,
gotten
there's
that
some
over the
celebrities that bad mouth a lot of people. In fact, they do it in their act. You have the Kathy Griffins. And
Oh, good
That's
call.
true.
kind of people.
Yeah, yeah.
But I really can't think of anybody that really annoys me.
No.
Yeah.
You don't seem like you hang out with Hollywood types anyway. I mean, I'm sure you have. I mean, I know you're friends with Dennis Miller from back in the day. You guys are still friends, right?
Yeah.
You still hang out with him, or
No,
how
I
often
don't
do you?
hang out with him.
No.
He lives pretty far away from me. But I hang out with, here's who I typically hang out with, aside from my family. I have a 5-year-old
Okay.
and my wife. So I spend most of my time with him. I was just saying on my way over here that the only time when I really get to rest is when I work, when I go out of town. I'm on the plane, there's no phone calls,
Right.
nobody needs me for anything.
But he's crying, and
Nobody's crying.
and a messy. I slipped and I pooped in my pants. None of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I get to the hotel and I could just lay down and read a book or watch something on
Chill
TV.
out, call an
Chill
escort.
out.
Yeah.
Call an escort. So what was the question?
I don't remember now.
Hang
What
with.
was the
Oh,
question?
well,
Yeah, who do you hang out
yeah.
with?
The
Yeah, so,
celebrity.
I play basketball.
You had me at escort. I'm sorry. You lost me at escort.
I'm at a Sunday basketball game
Mhm.
in Los Angeles. It's kind of a celebrity game. It's Gary Shanley and David Duchovny used to play.
Wow.
And it's like different celebrities like each week. But I haven't played that often in the last year because I tore my bicep muscle playing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow.
I think it's getting close to shutting down with basketball.
Yeah.
Does Shanley have moves?
He does.
Because he doesn't seem like an athletic
No,
guy.
he doesn't
Yeah.
at all to me.
Very misleading. It's very misleading. I mean, he's not like a real facile basketball player. He's got the moves behind the back stuff, but he's very tenacious.
Yeah.
He's got a good set shot.
So he's a fouler, it sounds like.
He's
Is
not
he?
a fouler, no.
No?
He's strong though. He has strong arms and strong hands.
Is he the one that split your bicep, or how did that
No,
happen?
no.
Oh.
I don't know who threw the pass, but I tried to intercept it,
Ah.
and it hit my hand. But anyway, also Gary's a boxer.
Really?
Really?
He's a boxer.
How
He gets in the
violent.
ring and boxes.
He hides that well. I don't see any kind of
Yeah.
athleticism
Mhm.
at all. That's a terrible thing to say.
You would
but
think
it's true.
Duchovny can dunk. Can Duchovny dunk?
He's a smart player.
Oh, yeah?
He's a minimalist. He gets a lot done with a little work.
Okay.
Thanks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he knows when to be on the court.
Almost sounds like you're calling him lazy to me. He's a smart player.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. So we're talking to Kevin Nealon in studio. If you're just joining us, he's in town this weekend at Wise Guys, and we'll tell you what times and all that in a second here. So you've got a 5-year-old now, and the last time that we had you on, you had written a book about having a kid. So how is that going for you? I mean, because you were exhausted when we talked to you. I think it was a little shocking to you, because you're, how old are you?
I'll be 58 next week.
58.
What?
58 and a 5-year-old.
You look good, man.
Yeah, you look great.
I'll work now.
Yeah. Well, it worked.
No, you know what it is? I'm vegetarian. I don't drink. I get a lot of sleep, pretty much.
Sleep is crucial. A lot of people don't,
Yeah,
and if
sleep
we
is
knew
good.
that as a kid, because when you're a kid, you don't want to sleep.
Yeah.
When you're older and you're an adult, you can't get sleep.
Well, my wife is a big sleeper, so she goes to bed. I always thought, with a kid, I'll put him to bed, and then I'll have a lot of time to do stuff. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
And but when you put the kid to bed, you're exhausted,
Yeah.
and you find yourself going to sleep maybe 20 minutes after that. So I'm hitting the hay like around 8:30 these days at night, and then he wakes me up like 5 or 6 in the morning. But when you're lying down, there's no gravity pulling your face down.
Yeah.
You have an old back, an old looking back.
I gotta play this. Does your kid? Is you a good kid? I'm sure he's a good kid. Yeah.
Well, when he's not in prison.
When he's not in prison, does he have a lot of meltdowns? I mean, 5. He's got to have meltdowns.
Yeah, he has meltdowns.
Yeah. Well, I want you to think about the latest meltdown. I'm gonna try to find this clip here.
What's his name again, your son's?
Gable.
Oh, nice, okay.
I
My friend
can't
loved your
stand the
book.
meltdowns. I have no patience for it. I know I'm supposed to be the grown-up, but it really makes me angry.
Yeah. Well, you don't want your wife and your kid to have a meltdown at the same time,
Oh.
because that's the worst.
All right, here we go. This is I don't know if you've heard this or seen the video. It's on YouTube, but it's a little boy, and he's crying because the little girl that's there. It sounds like it's a little friend of the family, and the mom is instigating this. But this little girl wants to marry this little boy, and this is his reaction. That goes on for like a minute and a half, and this little girl's like, "I'm gonna marry you," and this kid is just flipping out.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things that causes meltdowns is when the kids are tired.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then anything can give a meltdown.
What about like a meltdown out in public? Do you have any stories that embarrassing? Because we're all out. We've seen that before. I feel. For
And
the
you always
parents.
judge the parents and
Yeah.
of the kids having the meltdown.
I used to.
Even if it happens to you, you'll be like, white trash.
Any stories you can think of where you guys are out in public and the kid just melted?
Well, kids don't realize that they're creating a scene
Yeah.
when they act out in public. And I'm trying to think of, it's usually over a toy. If he wants a toy,
Yeah,
a toy
I
store,
hate that.
or just throw a tantrum, they can throw themselves on the floor.
Well, these two both have kids, and I guess for both of them, whenever they go to the store, like the grocery store, that's one of the reasons you guys don't bring Cooper or Connor, because
Yeah.
they always want a toy. Does your kid always
Yeah,
want a
always
toy?
wants
They
a toy.
expect it now.
Always want a toy.
Ugh.
And
Hey,
I'll
if my
say-
dad's Kevin Nealon, I better be getting a damn toy every time you go anywhere.
Do you buy him a toy every time you go out?
Well, not
You-
every time, no.
No.
I will try to be pretty, disciplined with that, but a lot of times, yeah.
You do.
Yeah,
You
because-
spoil them rotten, is what you're saying.
Well, it's not necessarily spoiling them depending on the toy.
Mhm.
If it's an educational toy, what's wrong with that?
True,
You
it's
know?
true.
It's silly, buddy. Here you go. Knock yourself
I
out.
really don't want him to be spoiled. I'm really trying, we're both trying hard not to spoil him or, think he gets whatever he wants. Yeah, he'll have, he's a very smart kid too. He knows how to negotiate. He will say things like, say, Gable, you've got to bring your dishes to the sink right now. He goes, that doesn't work for me.
Does he really say that?
Yeah, that doesn't work for me.
And then what do you say? We'll work for you. What do you
I
say
said,
at
well,
that
you
point?
better make it work for you.
Are you a spanker? At all? Not even the one?
No, we only do waterboard.
Well, there's usually a good cop, bad cop with the parents, like the dynamic. So are you the good?
Well, it
good cop?
depends on the situation. You know what it's
Yeah.
like. It depends on what it is. I think, but we always try to explain to him why something is happening.
True.
I don't know what's right or wrong. It's, I was spanked growing up,
Mhm.
not a lot, but
Same here.
You want them to be able to survive life in the future.
Yeah.
And it's tough out there. Once you get outside the studio, you'll see what I'm talking about.
So is he into sports?
You know what? He's really good athletic.
Yeah.
He loves video games. And I'm gonna try to make sure that he gets outside of, he hits great baseballs, he's a good hitter, and
Nice.
soccer and stuff like that. But he loves playing Wii, and Mario Kart Brothers, and, what was I gonna say? My great Mary.
Yeah, you are.
I know what it is. We are, now we're getting ready to send them to school. Do your kids go to school?
Preschools, yeah.
Preschools, yeah, but now it's K through 8, or K through high school, kindergarten. And my wife wants to send our kid to a private school, and there's tons of them in Los Angeles.
I bet.
And there's only 3 spots in each one apparently, available.
Do they do that like a car dealership, where they're like, well, you better come down here, I got someone else on the phone, or do they try to create that exclusivity?
You know what, there should be a documentary on these schools, because it's a whole...
There have been. There was a film about the schools in New York City,
Really?
and these parents, mothers are practically trading sexual favors to get these kids in. It is insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole underworld, subculture there. Your director at your school and those directors, they're all trading and thinking, where's he going, where's this one going?
It's a draft, man.
Sounds like a crock, if you ask me.
And it's
So-
expensive,
Yeah.
$20,000 and up.
So is he going to private school then, or are you
Well,
going to
I
get him
told
in?
my, and it's all a lot of white, wealthy kids
Yeah.
there. And I told my wife, I said, if Gable goes to one of these schools, he's gonna have to join a gang on the side.
You got to balance it out.
Sure.
Street
Yeah.
cred.
And it better be an Asian gang. So it's education.
I want him to be good at math.
And by the way, not only is it expensive to go to these schools, then you have to continuously do fundraisers.
Yeah, that's lame.
Years.
Yeah, if I'm paying 20 grand, I shouldn't have to go and do like the bake sale
Yeah.
and put in my time. I don't think so.
Listen to this. We go to this evening at a hotel in Los Angeles. It's all the directors that are on the board of these schools to tell you how to get into these schools and what's the best way to do it. And it's each director from each one of these private schools. And you pay $50 to go.
And they're better than you.
Well, their schools are better
Yeah.
than anywhere else we're going to send them. And I've never been more diligent and focused. I'm sitting in the front row with my wife, and I'm taking notes on my iPhone. Thumbs are going away like crazy. Just all cut that. Well, I find out like 2 weeks later, they thought I was very rude for texting.
Oh, no.
That's
It's
true.
like,
Like the guy from SNL was texting the whole
You're
time.
like, there goes Gable's name in our school.
So somebody said, well, maybe he was taking notes. Nobody can type that fast. That's what they say.
That's hilarious.
It's like you can't win.
No.
20 grand a year, I better be able to pick my kid up wasted.
Yeah, that's right.
Wasted. And
And then you drive me home.
no one say a word.
All right, Kevin Nealon in studio. So what are the shows? You're at Wise Guys. I don't even know the location. What
Ogden tonight, West Valley
Okay.
tomorrow.
7 to 9, and then tomorrow West Valley, 7 to 9.
Sweet. So your first time in Salt Lake, or you've been here before?
I've been here before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I love Salt Lake City. It's one of my favorite cities. I love the streets.
Oh, you say that to all the cities.
I do, but I mean
But I really
I will
mean
not
that.
talk bad about a city.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Celebrities are cities.
Anything that you have coming out that you're working on that you want to plug?
Well, I'm actually on the road doing stand-up to get ready for a special I'm taping for Showtime in February.
Okay.
And February's a tough month to say, isn't it? You can't say when it's sunny till
Yeah,
February.
exactly.
Personnel,
It's drunk,
too.
Kevin. You was drunk.
I think it's gonna be February, it should be January.
You sound like Tom Brokaw.
December, January, February. I do sound like Tom Brady. Yeah, so I'm doing that special, and I'm working almost every weekend on my act, and I need an hour of material, and I only need 55 more minutes now. I've got 5 minutes.
All right.
Yeah,
You're on your way, man.
It's all downhill.
I was in the Jack and Jill movie that Adam Sandler's doing this weekend, but I got cut out.
Oh.
Did you really?
Were you on the cutting room floor?
I was, yeah, but that's
Really?
okay.
We
It was
just
a
had a
small
movie
part.
critic say it was horrible.
Yeah, so maybe that's best that you were on the cutting
Terrible.
Oh, is that right?
room floor. Yeah.
But yeah, I was delivering Jack and Jill when they were babies. I was pulling them out of the mother.
That's funny.
funny.
And the mother was played by Sandler's real life sister, and her husband was played by Sandler's real life brother. So I guess their acting wasn't that good. So
Yeah.
I sent it out. But anyway, it's fun. It'll be the DVD.
Nice. Well, we're big fans of you, and we're going to get some video and some pics posted on our website.
Awesome.
So thanks for coming in. Big round of
Thanks for
applause for
having me.
Kevin Nealon.